All right, so we got a couple new Real Steel knives. I'm always excited to see what Real Steel's got coming because they have awesome knives. I've always liked Real Steel. I've been buying them for years. So the first one is the SYLPH, I don't even know how to pronounce that, SYLPH, SYLPH, but it is a budget integral. And I say budget because, you know, this isn't gonna be like a super premium knife, but what it does do is it actually has two-piece construction because there is a cover, but if you look, the liners are one solid piece that wraps around. This is literally the same steel as the sides. They basically just took a piece and bent it. So that's pretty cool. You know, that does make it to where you have less parts that move around, less parts that, you know, there is to separate or anything like that. It makes it where it's one solid piece, which is another reason why a lot of people like integrals, because less hardware. And in this case, we do have a cover over the top, which makes it to where, you know, they can add in extra little parts. They do have milling pockets in there, deep carry clip, very, very slim. This is not only slim this way, but also this way, but not so slim that it's not comfortable. It has a drop point blade. So it does it's almost a straight back, but it does drop. Nice satin finish, decent edge, good edge as far as sharpening. Great access to the lock bar. I love that texturing, how they did that. It's definitely on bearings. Needs a little bit of breaking in, but you know, as all knives do. Good thumb stud action though, man. Wow, that's a good detent. Great placement for the thumb studs. It's slim, but these studs are like nice, thick, and robust. They're very easy to launch. I like these studs, man. Great thumb studs. I like to see these types of thumb studs on like everything. They work, man. You want to use what works, and these studs work very, very well, even for the reverse flick. They do sit slightly proud, but it ain't gonna bother you. Like the access to the lock bar. Even the slow roll is nice with these studs. Nice loud lockup. Nice and solid. A crown spine. I like a crown spine. Ooh, very functional jimping. And then, you know, it does have somewhat of a bottleneck handle, but in this case, well, not in this case, I usually like the bottleneck, but this one's, it's pretty comfortable, but it's so slim that, you know, you can tell it's not something you're going to be hard using or anything. But for a basic pocket knife, man, this is going to be perfect. You know, it's going to be easy to carry. It does have a little bit of weight since it is solid steel, or since it, you know, it's all steel, I should say. I don't think that this is aluminum. I'm pretty sure that that is steel as well. It is a nice stainless steel because it's hardly magnetic. As far as negatives go, before we get to the next one, plunge grind and sharpening choil, they missed the ball on that one. You can see it is right up to the plunge grind. I wish the plunge grind was backed up, or I wish there was like a notch cut out there where it's separated, but you know, not that big of a deal. Definitely not a deal breaker. The clip is reversible, which is cool. I prefer T8s over T6s. The blade steel on this one is Nitro V, which I love Nitro V. So yeah, this is a pretty cool knife. I think this would serve a lot of people very well. Somebody who just needs a light duty pocket knife that does lock and that is going to be fairly tough enough to, you know, to do basic cutting tasks without fear. This is a pretty good one. And like, yeah, perfectly centered. This integral, man, it's gonna make it to where this thing is just very solid as far as parts and everything. You know, you have less likely of a chance of the centering to come off and stuff. The next one is the Kakashi. All right, so the Kakashi, woo, is a snappy drop point. My goodness, this flipper tab is interesting. We're gonna get to that flipper tab because it's a pretty cool flipper tab. Very streamlined, very slim. Definitely something that's gonna be very easy for anybody to carry. The blade sits all the way inside that handle. Is that the lanyard back there? That's a cool way to do it. Oh, this is another integral. So the liners again are an integral. It's just a bent piece of liner or bent piece of steel. Then they put G10 over the top, multicolored G10. That's kind of cool. It does have a deep carry clip that you can see is screwed in from this side. So you can, I believe you could flip it. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a groove on the opposite side as well. There should be. It's hard to see because it's, yeah, there's definitely going to be. So reversible clip. Now the flipper tab, one, it has really good jimping. I like this jimping on there, but it's shaped where you have the ability to kind of place your finger on there and kind of snap down like that without failing it. So you can push button it too, light switch it. It's kind of like a balance between a push button and a light switch. Now, you can also drag your finger down like this, and that works really well. The detent is not strong. It's definitely on the lighter side, but I think that that's very intentional and is probably a good thing in this case, because it is very snappy and it works very well even with a lighter detent. Not light, too light, like just meaning it's not super strong. The blade geometry is nice and thin. I love this swedge, very pokey blade. It's gonna be easy to jab into things. Great utility cutter. You have plenty of edge for slicing and plenty of girth and thickness in the handle. Even though it does go from thicker to narrow, which I typically want to go from narrow to thicker, this is still good enough to where you can bear down on it a little bit. You know, as much as you would a knife like this, because this is going to be a light duty EDC, you know, cutting knife. So you could definitely use it for an office carry. You could definitely use it just for having a basic pocket knife, cutting your apples, things like that, because it's nice and slicey, easy to carry. It's not gonna weigh you down or take up too much pocket space. It's snappy, slicey, great blade shape, great shape period. Yeah, this is a great useful little knife. Good access to the lock bar. They did cut back this side of the liner. It is on bearings and it's very, very smooth. The clip, I already know works well. You can just tell that clip's gonna work well. And this bill right here doesn't really bother me, at least in my hand. The G10 is very grippy. Blade steel on this is 14C28N, which I love to see, especially with thin geometry like this, because that's where 14C excels. It does really well with that type of blade steel. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool. This is like, in my opinion, it's kind of like a CEO. You know, it might even be a CEO killer. So hey, I'm just saying, this is possibly another CEO killer. There's there's a few knives out there that personally for me, I would hands down pick over the CEO, and I'm talking about the CRKT CEO. That was a super popular knife. Personally, I'm not a fan. I'm not a big fan of it, but this one is something I could totally get on board with. So if it's between this and that one, I'm definitely picking this every single time. And these materials are much better. So yeah, this is pretty damn cool. And like I said, man, this is something you could easily carry, you know, almost like a pen. But there you guys go. Work hard. You know what? Let's look at the size comparison really quick. There you guys go. Work hard. Stay tough. Until next time. Peace.